אנגלית שאלון ז' מודיול G, גרסה א', קיץ תשס"ט 2009. הוראות מיוחדות. 1. עליך לכתוב את כל תשובותיך בגוף השאלון במקומות המיועדים לכך. 2. כתוב את כל תשובותיך באנגלית ובעת בלבד. אסור להשתמש בטיפקס. 3. בתום הבחינה החזר את השאלון למשגיח. ההנחיות בשאלון זה מנוסחות בלשון זכר ומכוונות לנבחנות ולנבחנים כאחד.
Part 1. Access to information from written text. Read the article below and then answer questions 1 to 8. Will grass become a thing of the past? Clarence Ridgely is the most popular guy in his neighborhood, and it's all thanks to the patch of land in front of his home. In April, Ridgely transformed his pretty green lawn into a garden of tomatoes, strawberries, and lettuce. And because the garden is right out front, the crops are visible and available to anyone who passes by. People come into my yard, pick a tomato, and start eating it on the spot, he says. I've met more people in the past 2 months than I have in the last 5 years. Ridgely is a participant in the Edible Estates Project, in which homeowners replace their traditional lawns with a tempting array of organic fruits and vegetables. The project was launched in 2005 by the architect Fritz Haig, who felt the perfect green lawn was out of tune with present-day concerns. In the 1950s, when families first started moving out of city centers into the suburbs, such lawns represented their newfound prosperity, says Haig. But today, with rising food prices, environmental problems, and food safety scares, a purely ornamental expanse of grass doesn't make sense. Haig is not alone in his enthusiasm for responsible gardening. According to the National Gardeners Association, 25 million U.S. homes planted produce gardens last year alone, and that number is expected to rise by several million this year. The government is encouraging the trend, sponsoring a program in which 90,000 volunteers assist the public with gardening projects of this type. The concept of growing one's own food is not new, of course. When the USA was preparing for World War II in 1942, the Department of Agriculture, anticipating pressure on food supplies, urged Americans to plant victory gardens. Soon such gardens began popping up everywhere, even at a jail in Chicago and a parking lot in New Orleans. A year later, their harvest accounted for nearly 30% of all the fruit and vegetables consumed in the USA. In later decades, too, the American garden proved to be a surprisingly accurate indicator of the state of the economy. A steep rise in fuel prices and the resulting increase in the cost of food in 1975 prompted a significant proportion of the population to grow some of their own produce. Then, in the prosperous 1990s, the pendulum swung back towards aesthetics over nutrition. Now it is swinging in the other direction again. This time, however, the picture is more complex. As Ridgely has discovered, growing your own produce can be as much about community as about food. Haig, for his part, is seeking to promote a much grander vision. I see a chain reaction completely transforming the face of America, one garden at a time, he says, until the lawn is nothing but a distant memory. An admirable vision indeed, but one that might be very hard to realize. Answer questions 1 to 8 in English according to the article. In questions 1, 2, 6, and 7, circle the number of the correct answer. In the other questions, follow the instructions. 1. The purpose of the story in the first paragraph is to show 1. Ridgely's love of gardening. 2. The quality of Ridgely's crops. 3. A benefit of produce gardening. 4. A disadvantage of lawns. 2. Which of the following is presented in lines 7 to 14? 1. The history of vegetable gardens. 2. A reason why people had lawns. 3. Changes in the location of gardens. 4. The different kinds of lawn people planted. 3. What does the phrase responsible gardening in line 15 mean in the context of this article? Answer according to lines 7 to 19. 4. Complete the sentence. The numbers in lines 15 to 19 are given in order to show that produce gardening 5. Complete the sentence. The subject of the fourth paragraph, lines 20 to 30, is the connection between 6. The Edible Estates project differs from the Victory Gardens program in 1. The reasons it was started. 2. Its use of the land. 3. The quality of its produce. 4. The cost involved. 7. According to the article, what happened in the 1990s? 1. More people planted produce gardens. 2. Traditional lawns became popular again. 3. Fewer people had any kind of garden. 4. The design of produce gardens improved. 8. A. What is the writer's answer to the question in the title? B. Justify your answer by using information from the article. Part 2, Written Presentation. Write 120 to 140 words in English on the following topic. 9. An international teen magazine has asked readers to write on the following topic. Drunk drivers should automatically lose their driving license for 10 years. Do you agree or disagree with this statement? Write a passage for the magazine, stating and explaining your opinion. You may also suggest other ways to fight drunk driving. Use this page and the next, numbers 5 and 6, for writing a rough draft.
בהצלחה.